I'm Andre Harrington, Professor of Design for the Theater Arts Department here at California State University in San Bernardino. Beautiful strangers. I guess they'll categorize it by the intersection of my inspiration and what I find evocative in art that derives from the continent. As a designer, my charge is to tell a story. And that story has to come through a visual representation. So I was asked to curate a collection of African art from our Rothman collection that hasn't been viewed for years. I found the textile component intriguing because I picked some things that I know people assume just exist, like prints. But a lot of African prints come from print wovens. Notice that you had some kuba cloth here, which excited me. Then there was a puppet. Then there was a facial partial body mask cover, which reminded me of a project I did with Clinton Turner Davis as an Egungun, which we had to transform a character, and they spun around to reveal another character underneath the costume. So I just thought it was very interesting that I could find some references that reminded me of my previous work. And I decided on these items that spoke to me from a visual artist perspective and how they would be either influenceable or how they reference things I've done in the past or how they just sparked my interest, which is how you create. Culture of African art descendants. Africa is not a monolithic. It is a giant, universal discovery. In all of our worlds, even if we negate the fact that we're not connected to the continent, because we all are. In some respects, there's been research, there's been dialogue, there's been debate. Every human being on this planet is connected to the continent of Africa. So, let that just sit. And don't be ashamed of it or afraid of it. Just become involved, become informed. Read some of the things we presented here. I'm hoping the impact will be that the students and faculty and staff and community members at large will realize that there's a place that values art, that there's a component that this community and the world needs to rely on to sustain their humanity, so that as we are stripped away from valuing oral traditions, histories, cultural identification, landmarks, ugly truths, we need to understand that our humanity is grounded in the things that we use when we touch and use our hands. These things were all created by somebody using their hands. And that is the most foundational part about being human, using your hands. So the strange part is that I don't know these people or these things personally. I'm not from Africa. So they're strangers to me, but they're beautiful.